Mommy. Welcome to Nighty Night Stories. Today, we're going to hear a wonderful bedtime story. Are you ready? Let's get started.
Duckling's first swim. Once upon a time, in a quiet and peaceful pond surrounded by tall, swaying reeds, a family of ducks lived happily. Among them was a little duckling named Daffy. Daffy was the smallest and youngest of his siblings, with soft, fluffy yellow feathers and curious blue eyes. One warm morning, the sun was shining brightly, and the pond sparkled like a jewel. Mama Duck decided it was the perfect day for Daffy to learn how to swim. All the other ducklings had already learned, and they quacked excitedly, eager to show their little brother how fun it was to paddle in the water. "Come on, Daffy," Mama Duck called gently. "It's time for your first swim." Daffy waddled to the edge of the pond, his tiny feet sinking slightly into the soft mud. He peered into the water, which seemed so big and deep. The other ducklings were already swimming around, splashing and diving under the surface. But Daffy hesitated. The water looked cold, and he was a little scared. "What if I sink?" Daffy asked, looking up at Mama Duck with worried eyes. Mama Duck smiled reassuringly. "Don't worry, Daffy. You're a duck, and ducks are born to swim. Just trust yourself, and you'll see how fun it is." Daffy took a deep breath, flapped his little wings, and slowly stepped into the water. At first, he felt the coolness of the pond, and his tiny feet barely touched the bottom. He wobbled a bit but quickly found that he could float. His fear started to fade, replaced by a feeling of excitement. "Good job, Daffy," cheered one of his brothers. "Now try to paddle with your feet like this." His brother demonstrated a smooth paddling motion, gliding effortlessly across the water. Daffy watched closely and tried to mimic the movements. At first, he splashed around awkwardly, sending tiny ripples across the pond. But soon, he found a rhythm, and before he knew it, he was paddling just like his siblings. The water felt wonderful, and Daffy's heart filled with joy. As he swam around, Daffy noticed a beautiful dragonfly zipping over the surface of the pond. The dragonfly's wings glittered in the sunlight, and it danced gracefully from one lily pad to another. Curious and feeling brave, Daffy decided to follow it. The dragonfly led Daffy to a part of the pond he hadn't seen before. There, he discovered a small cove filled with blooming water lilies and colorful fish darting beneath the water's surface. Daffy was amazed at the beauty of this hidden corner of the pond. Mama Duck and the other ducklings soon joined Daffy in the cove. "You see, Daffy," Mama Duck said proudly, "there's so much to explore and enjoy when you learn to swim. You did wonderfully today." Daffy beamed with pride, realizing that the water was not something to fear, but a place of adventure and discovery. He spent the rest of the day swimming, splashing, and playing with his siblings, feeling like the happiest little duckling in the world. As the sun began to set, painting the sky in shades of pink and orange, Mama Duck led her tired but happy ducklings back to the nest. Daffy snuggled close to his mother, his heart full of excitement for all the swims to come. "Good night, my little ducklings," Mama Duck whispered. "Remember, the pond is your playground, and you are all born to swim." And with that, Daffy drifted off to sleep, dreaming of all the wonderful adventures he would have in the pond. Good night, children. May your dreams be filled with courage, and may you always find joy in learning something new.